I spent 15 years as the soul of the suburbs. When the new HOA board banned me from my own New Year's gala, I gave them a countdown they'll never forget. I'm 52. For 15 years, I was the head of the Homeowners Association, HOA, in a fairly upscale neighborhood in Illinois. I'm an AV engineer by trade. Every year, I organize the Midnight Masquerade, a massive New Year's Eve party in our community clubhouse. I use my own gear, my own professional sound system, and thousands of dollars worth of my own lighting. I did it for free because I loved this neighborhood. 2 years ago, a group of young professionals moved in. Think high strung tech bros and lifestyle influencers who think anything older than an iPhone 15 is ancient history. They staged a coup on the HOA board, claiming I was old school and that the neighborhood needed a brand refresh. The betrayal. Last November, they officially voted me off the committee. But they didn't stop there. They sent me a formal notice of non participation. They banned me from the gala I literally created, saying the event was now exclusive to platinum members, a new tier they created that cost $5,000 extra a year. I saw them through my window setting up. They hired some cheap bottom tier event agency to replace me. They were using the clubhouse's built in system, a system I helped install and integrate 3 years ago. The weak spot. What they didn't realize is that the smart backbone of that clubhouse, the lighting, the sound, the automated champagne fountains, and even the digital clocks, all run on a proprietary server I designed. The new board was too cheap to pay for a handover audit. They just assumed that since I was kicked out, I no longer had access. But I never had to hack anything. I am the administrator. And they never revoked my credentials. The revenge. The ghost in the machine. 31st of December. 11 p.m., I poured myself a 20-year-old scotch, opened my laptop, and logged into the clubhouse mainframe from my couch. I could see the guest list on the digital check-in. All the people who had voted me out were there, dressed in tuxedos, sipping overpriced bubbly. Phase 1. The ambiance. At 11:15 p.m., I started the slow creep. I programmed the smart HVAC to slowly increase the humidity to 90% while keeping the temperature at 75 degrees Fahrenheit or 24 degrees Celsius. If you've ever been to a party in a swamp, you know the feeling. Hair starts frizzing, silk dresses start sticking, and everyone starts smelling like sweat and expensive perfume. Phase 2. The music. The cheap DJ they hired was using the clubhouse's master speakers. I waited for the bass to drop on some trendy EDM track, then I activated the limiter. I capped the volume at 15 decibels, about the level of a whisper. Every time he tried to turn it up, the system would automatically play a pre-recorded clip of me saying, "Please respect your neighbors and keep the noise down." Phase 3. The lighting. I set the $20,000 LED ceiling grid to emergency mode. Not the red flashing kind, that's too obvious. I set it to a flickering, sickly fluorescent green. It's the kind of light that makes everyone look like they have been dead for 3 days. It's the ultimate vibe killer. The grand finale, the countdown. This was the masterpiece. In a room full of influencers, the midnight moment is everything. At 11:59 p.m., the giant digital screen above the stage was supposed to show the countdown. At T-minus 10 seconds, I took manual control. 10, 9, 8. The crowd was screaming, phones out, recording for their followers. 7, 6, 5, 4, Three, two, one. Instead of Happy New Year, the screen turned bright white, then displayed a massive high definition photo of my middle finger. But I didn't stop there. I programmed the system to lock out. All the smart locks on the exit doors engaged. Safety override was still active, but they didn't know how to use it. The speakers started blasting a 10-hour loop of bagpipe music at maximum volume. The champagne fountains? I triggered the cleaning cycle. Instead of Moe, they started spraying soapy gray reclaimed water all over the front rows. The aftermath. I watched the chaos on the security feed for 5 minutes before I shut the whole server down, wiping my access logs and bricking the master controller. By the time they got the manual overrides to work, the gala of the century was a humid, green-lit nightmare covered in soapy water. Most of the influencers lost thousands of followers because their live streams became a comedy of errors. The board tried to sue me, but my lawyer, who is also a neighbor and hates the new board, pointed out that since they never paid me for the original installation or signed a contract for the handover, I was technically just performing unscheduled maintenance on my own and intellectual property. They've spent $40,000 trying to fix the system. I'm currently sitting on my porch watching the new HOA president try to scrape the emergency green stains off his reputation.